Our big replay cameras were also at Prospect Oval today, where 9,051 people saw North Adelaide play host to Central District. That crowd also saw a game punctuated by scuffles. In fact, two players reported, John Duckworth of Central District and Wayne Stringer of North Adelaide. We now join the play at the 16-minute mark of the third term with North Adelaide 6-10. Central District is 4 goals 9, and Dennis Airy and Sandy Roberts are your commentators.
Riley, full back. Nords the lead on the flank, drives straight down the centre. Could be an infringement against Stone, on Cloak. And he'll take yet another kick from his 19th kick, as a matter of fact, from half-back. He'll have one leg shorter than the other by the end of the day. Doherty in strife, Hartfield taps it forward, Stringer, Duckworth, Allgate, Hay, forward, beautifully done Cochrane. He'll go short and bounce it over to Van Dommel. He eludes him, Conda, down towards Roach. He's under the fall of the ball. 3 red and white jumpers are there. Roach recovers with plenty of time. The whistle is gone. A free is being paid.
That's an extraordinary decision. Surely the play must be allowed to flow on. They're doing absolutely nothing but impeding the progress of a side. It's very sad. There's the kick in towards full forward. Off hands. Hartfield is there. No one can take the ball out. Oh, a kick. I think he's come away. He was trying to take it over the head. That won't be 10 metres. No way. Coming to meet it is Norsworthy, having to do a lot of work in defence. A great smother. Stringer the chance. Tries to set up the handball. Tiller a short kick. The mark has been paid. Is that 10 metres?
It's payout time for the umpire. Norsworthy having a lot to say to him. Central District's players very disappointed. Heads down, hands on hips, and one doubts the 10-metre kick. But Brenton Hartfield doesn't bother about it because he puts it up and slams it straight through for his first.
Brendan Hartfield, a very handy goal for North Adelaide. We said at the start of this term, this is so often the winning quarter. And North Adelaide at the moment are holding Central Districts. North 7-10, leading Central Districts 4-9.
The value of the block on the boot, too, across the half-forward line. It was away if that block hadn't been performed, kept the ball in the area, and a resultant goal at the 18-minute mark for the Roosters.
18 minutes played. Centre bounce, McSimovic and Schlein. Schlein wins that one. Stevens, too slow. North now prepared to put the body over the ball. And receive, I thought, a fairly lucky free kick.
Stephen Hay with a screw punt down towards his half-forward spot. Spoiled by Tiller. Out, Baruzzi. Duckworth dumps him quick smart, holding the ball's the decision. Now, if the player is pinged, yes, he is. He's got to come back. But again, the display of holding up the side. This time at Central Districts, it was North Adelaide before, and it will be Duckworth from the half-back line. Looking for Maximovic. Greg Schlein makes no attempt to spoil and concedes the mark to Peter Maximovic at centre wing. He'll be looking for Jonas versus Cloak. Jonas, play on, comes around, steadies, looks, George is his target. Riley pinches it from him. Fourth, he's underneath that lot, and we'll see a bounce.
What a tremendous effort by John Riley. That ball, I thought, was going straight onto the chest of Max George, but he lunged in a desperate attempt. Typical of the North Adelaide bid on this game. Norsworthy to Jeff Gillies. Flicks one over the back. Here's Stevenson. No, Riley has not been played. Play on is the call. And the goal has been scored. Well, John Riley is standing there, hands on his hips as he gets up from the ground. Cannot believe it.
An interesting replay this makes too, as the ball goes into the pocket. Riley claims it. It's called play on. The player picks it up quickly and slams it straight through for his second, and George. And Central District's coming back as the crowd really pay out the man in white. Lots of boos rumbling around the ground. North Adelaide 7-10, Central Districts 5-9.
Centre bounce once again, only 13 points the difference. It's Norsworthy who takes it away. He's tackled too high and will be free kick. Play on is the call. A high ball towards half forward. George, Cloak, trying to force his way through Stephen Forth. North Adelaide under pressure here, holding the ball, going against John Riley on this occasion. And all of a sudden, Central District's coming home strongly in this term.
Jonas, short. Ooh, not well done though, George. Now he's got 3 red and white jackets on top of him. Riley and a bounce. Game certainly beginning to warm up at the 21-minute mark of the third term. Stringer 14, 8 Gillies. The ruckman, Sline, down, Norsworthy, second rover, McClay, grabbed high by the defence, and he's paid the mark. A lot of decisions that have gone close to the ground in a similar manner to both sides.
A very important kick, only 13 points down. Stay in touch. Will be virtually level by the time we go into the final term. McClay has booted one. He's now booted 2 goals. And Central District's coming back. 6-9, trailing North 7-10 on 7's big replay.
7 points the difference.
22 minutes played of this third term. Peter Maksimovic is on the ball. In opposition to Strine. Central starting to take the ball away from centre. It was thrown out to Schultz on that occasion. Cloak and Jonas. Peter Cloak is at the back. Through Stephen Forth. His free kick.
He's at half-back. He goes short. Dave Tiller. Half-back flank. Going too much, now puts himself under pressure as he goes towards centre wing. Maksimovic, stolen, McClay, over, Schultz, in trouble, Doherty. Placed kick, close to the line, almost kept in by Trev Hill. He was looking for Stringer, was not successful, and we'll see a throw in.
Schlein and Maksimovic once again. Won by Maksimovic, straight down the throat of Schultz. To half forward, or Jonas, Cloak, great interception. And Peter Cloak takes the mark at centre half back. The pressure starting to tell here at Prospect Oval.
Just smack in the eye. He ran the risk though, he put the body in line, and the arm came back. As the kick. Now from Forth. Down towards centre wing. A high fly by Brenton Hartfield is not paid. It's going the way of Schultz, who's had a fine game. In 16 kicks to this man.
And Jonas is unchecked across half forward at the moment. Oh, there's a good mark, Doherty.
That's his second fine mark. One down the other end of the oval. He plays on quickly. Bruce Stevenson can't quite get to him, but it's effective because he slapped it over the line. He claims that the player came from behind him as he was kicking, but I think that he played on and tried to get his kick that way. There's the throw. Down, Norsworthy. Been a busy rover. Onto the left boot. Oh, called out, Redden, by Pete Jonas, the old one-card trick. Out wide, Riley versus George. George, front spot. Riley after him. He says holding the ball, and Sembler agrees, and he wins a few claps this time.
There was absolutely no attempt made by Max George then, and while he continues to argue, North Adelaide go out of trouble towards centre. Oh, Baruzzi had surprised him because he took it on the chest at the back, going short. Hartfield at the back, he's lost sight of it. Coming out to meet it is Schlein. The boundary line and Bytheen are both there, and we'll see a throw in the left forward pocket.
Coach Hicks in trouble with his positional players now. Got all the big fellas in the back line. Jonas now playing at half forward. Stevenson drifting into the forward pocket. Duckworth and Bytheen, two of his most creative players now in defence. In trouble, high. Baruzzi under the fall of the ball. Takes a mark between the full forward pocket and the half forward flank.
25 minutes played. That's a difficult shot for goal. Prodigious screw punt into the square it goes. A number of leapers. The long handball from Duckworth comes out the way of Bytheen. They're the two players we speak of, and Peter Bytheen not having the best of days today. He's had a fairly quiet game.
21 it is, Bytheen against Brenton Hartfield. Down. Well stolen, Trevor Hill. To the goal face. Oh, this one looks a much better kick. There's the first major score for quite a while.
And Trevor Hill's third goal, a good one too on the run, and again, North open up that breathing space.
Superb piece of running then by Hill. The throw in, the receiver, and with his 16th kick, has put on his third goal, and North Adelaide 8-10, Central Districts 6-9.
Centre bounce once again. You'll see Redden win the tap. He's looking for Stringer. Still down there battling as Stringer. Norsworthy farms it out. Duckworth. This is Lee Stone. He goes short. Van Dommel in a quandary. Gillies shrugs one tackle, but is going backwards. Doug Allgate.
And a fine game he's played too at centre wing. Peter Vivian had a couple of early bursts, but now he's contained. Redden playing on. Oh, beautifully blocked, Steve-O. Bottom of that pack is Tiller. And the mark is being pulled out of the middle of that lot, and it's going to Redden.
May go back this time and take his kick. He does. The 27-minute mark. Richard Cochran caught. Stringer putting the handball out. Duckworth coming at it, at the ball. Now Norton. Jonas the flyer, but he goes up a mile too early. Back towards Duckworth. Outmarked by Brendan Hartfield.
This is the trouble the Central Districts have had trying to control the half-forward line for North Adelaide. Brendan Hartfield's too tall. Down towards Hill. Trouble. Kevin Norton, Cochran, Baruzzi, and Stevenson with one bounce. Long. Schultz checks the area before. Norsworthy. Doherty. Hands and knees. Hartfield and Mark Doherty is grabbed while not in possession, and the wingman takes it from there. He's got Tony Rhodes short. He used that player up. Van Dommel stopped. Over the top. Tapping it forwards, Greg Smith. Over the line, throw in.
Right forward pocket. North Adelaide in attack and leading by 13 points. Max George is off. Dean Mobbs has gone to full forward. Duckworth at the bottom. And again, a free kick has been picked up. The ball originally was going to Duckworth. I wonder what's going to happen now. Plenty of chatting going on there.
Yes, two umpires in at the scene at the moment. Well, people a little undecided as to what's going on here. Duckworth's number is taken.
And the bounce will take place. Well, that's extraordinary. Rather hard to work out. Norton was caught as the siren sounds just in time, I won't suggest, to end the third quarter here at Prospect Oval. And a fiery one it's been too, but a good one for North. They go into the last break, 8-10, 58, leading Central, 6-9, 45. Great action on 7's big replay. And Central Districts hanging on in this final term. They moved to 7-10, North are 8-11, and here's the change that we suggested. Greg McAdam waiting to come onto the ground and limping off rather sadly is Doug Allgate.
This has played a superb game for his side today. Now the difference is 7 points. Over the top, down, play, ducking the head, and grabbed high, receives the free. Centre of the square. Battle of fitness from here on in with a drop punt. Down towards the half-forward line. Jonas at the back, low. Mr. El Supremo has played a tremendous game. 20 kicks at half-back with 11 marks. He goes with a screw punt. The edge of the square. Tapped on Peter Maximovic.
Maximovic just on the defence side of centre. Flyer will be Roach. A little too high. Conda up high over the line. Mumford can't quite get there in time, and another throw-in.
9 marks, Peter Maximovic. Great field marking from the Central District's ruckman as Stevens prepares to do battle. Down, looking for Schultz, won't find him. Player pushed while trying to pick that ball out of the pack, and it will go the way of Tony Roach.
Roach is on the half-back line. Going towards the centre. Barutzi, Bythane, 1-2 grabs, no one can take it off hands. Norsworthy quickly out to Vivian. Look at the speed. Cross to Jeff Gillies. They're the danger players across half forward. A shot in at goal. Has bounced incredibly. The leg break has worked. Onto the right hander and off break and a goal.
Vivian pulled away, set up the player in Jeff Gillies. He took his chance. The steadying run, placed the kick, and then an enormous bounce, came around the corner, through for his first goal. Now there's 1 point the difference. Central District 8-10, North Adelaide 8-11.
6 minutes played in this final term. It will just be a matter of whose legs can hold out the longest. Redden wins the tap, but it's taken forward by Stevens. Inspirational play to Gillies. He's caught. Holding the ball is the decision against him.
Good bit of chasing too. And Dean Conda puts it out wide. Looks for Hill versus McClay. Centre wing. Player leg well going for the ball. And North Adelaide receive the free at their centre wing position. Trevor Hill. 17 kicks to Hill. Fairly busy. The ball not received on the full. 15 metres. Very valuable 15 metres too, as it puts the player with the ball. Hill across his half-forward line, short, finds a long leading Brenton Hartfield, and the mark is paid.
Hartfield to half-forward. Flyers will be Schmidt. Waiting down is Cochrane, Richard. Across to Norsworthy, he's battled hard all day. Goes short and finds Jeff Gillies. Oh, the handball a little too swift for Chris McClay. Pushed out wide, but in the meantime the whistle has sounded and the free kick will go the way of Chris McClay.
It's at centre. 1 point the difference. The ball to the half-forward line. A huge rise by Jonas, couldn't control. The player at the bottom of the pack that was pushed is Cloak. Left footer. Wide to the wing. Stringer, Schultz, Stringer. High fly, contains the ball. Calls his players towards him. 15 kicks and 9 marks to skipper Stringer. Coming away with the ball, Kevin Norton, down towards his half-forward line. Cloak, front spot, Redden at the back. Tap forward, Jonas. Cloak, the handball, looking for McAdam. Finds Vivian. He tears away with 1 bounce. With a second bounce. Into the open space he goes, faces the goals, and a superb bit of football, 1 goal.
Central Districts hit the front here at Prospect Oval. Peter Vivian, great individual play. He has now contributed 2 goals, 1, and the Central's chance starts.
Vivian tears away from the half-forward line, takes the bounce, takes the second, lines it up, balanced and speared one straight through the centre, and Central Districts take the lead.
North making the change again. Allgate coming back onto the ground and McAdam off. Here's the centre bounce. Central steaming home as they have often in the past. Schultz, the handball out in front of Stevens. Caught. Taken by Pele. Well done, Chris Pele. Back towards the centre. Bythane comes over the top. There's another one on behind the play. And play will be held up while things are sorted out.
Well, I think Chris Pele is wrestling with Jeff Gillies' leg. Both umpires with their hands full today. Right from the word go it was on. And it has continued in hard, crushing football. Both umpires are having problems with control. So the bounce. Stevenson. Up, down, forward. Chris Pele forward. Hartfield, short. Greg's line. Smith. Good game, Smith puts the ball to the square. Massive players rise, can't control. Cochran does, into the open space. The injured Allgate came back after an ankle injury, short. Finds Brenton Hartfield, good football.
Hartfield has pulled down some very telling marks in front of the eyes. And he's now in a position to wrestle a lead away from Central Districts. Kick at goal. Oh, hits the post. Hits the post, and so the margin is now 4 points, favouring the visitors. A look of anxiety on coach Barry Rodwin's face as Ian McClay brings the ball back into play.
Who'd want to be a coach at this stage of the game? McClay down towards the corner of the square. The attempted spoil. Hill, Stringer, wide, looks for Doherty. Schultz after him. The bounce, the handball. Stevenson with a second bounce. Superb bit of shepherding. Pryor, short, Gillies. Condor after him, long. Dangerous looking kick. Maximovic. The handball out, George. The kick was smothered as he got the boot to ball for a point.
And the look of the other coach at the other end, Darryl Hicks. John Riley may have to wait for some time for that ball to be retrieved. He has it now. He goes to the outer side of Prospect. Stringer will be the flyer. Used the body illegally.
This lad, since he's come on, has played a pretty good game, Mike Stevens, on the half-forward line. Leads on, it's ignored. Stevens wisely going long with a screw punt. Massive players, the spoil obviously on. Tumble, McClay. Tackled high. And how many times have we seen this man tuck the ball under the arm, drive at the wall of players, receive the free for round the neck, and he's about 25 metres out, directly in front. 7 frees to Chris McClay. Received in just this manner. The drop punt up, it's straight and goal.
On several occasions we've seen Centrals come steaming home in a final term burst, and this could well be the start again. Chris McClay has now booted 3 goals, and Central Districts 10-11, leading North 8-12. 13 minutes played. Stringer, Wayne Stringer, knocking it forward. Or a bad bounce for Trevor Hill. Central's forward again. Jeff Gillies has come into the game in this final term, creating the space across half forward. But centre half forward has been more of a problem because Peter Cloak has been there. Doherty plays on quickly across to Stringer. He's got to have a real look before he can see where to kick. Over the top comes Ian McClay. Duckworth has it stolen by Hartfield. Duckworth in again, out to McClay. He's caught, shovels the ball out towards Mark Pryor. Gets a kick right across the face of the ground, and it gives Allgate. All has a shocking area. Stevens in. Central's forward again. Setting himself, Jonas, over the top, Cloak. It's the latter who spoils, but Jonas butters up the better. Sets up the handball to Gillies. Gillies steadies, into the open goal he goes, and another one goes on the board to Central Districts.
Superb piece of football. Jonas and Cloak were the players that had to contest. Cloak couldn't do it. Jonas was well supported. Gillies the player that received plenty of time and punched it straight through. That was his first, and Central District's 11. 11-11, 77, 17 points now. The difference, North Adelaide 8 goals, 12-60, and Barry Rodwin with a real headache as he sends Dave Tiller back.
Centre bounce and a mighty thrust forward by Stevenson. Play on is the call. In again is Gillies, tackled high. And free kicked. Coach Darryl Hicks, Central side, if they had to be a final side, had to learn to win away from home. This could be an enormous step towards that today. There's the kick from Gillies. Cloak again. What are Cloak's stats, please, Greg Peckman? 23rd kick. 12 marks. A fine effort. Fryer.
He's played a pretty good game too in his half-back line.